Hello, how you doing? Welcome to another exciting edition of Men's Rendezvous, aka Men's Cave, aka Brother's Keeper. Welcome. I trust your day has been good. My name is Chris, and this is another exciting edition. And we've been going through the series I titled African Men and the Challenges of Living Abroad, and this is part 3. And on part 3, we're talking about coping with loneliness. Coping with loneliness. If this is your first time of seeing my face, my name is Chris, and this is a rendezvous for men to bond, to share, men of all ages, whether you are a teenager or you are an empty nester, your experience, contribution, and support will be highly appreciated. We have people who will make do with that a whole load of experience, and there are people who are willing to also learn from you and relearn. So this is a platform where we support ourselves, validate ourselves, and also call ourselves to order. And so let's jump right in. We see that the trend of African men relocating abroad, they come in and they make just one mistake. It just takes one big mistake, and that's it. Everything come cascading. And so you might not have the opportunity to correct that mistake. So what do? We need to jump into the understanding how we can escape that one wrong that can, spiral a man down the ladder. And today we're considering coping with loneliness. African man living abroad, coping with loneliness. And this will be, I don't want to say is for single guys. I tell you, married men also can be lonely abroad. It can be lonely as a married man abroad. I can tell you that 100. I'm a married man. I have kids. I live with my wife and everything, and I've been here for a while. I can tell you that loneliness is real. Loneliness is real as an African man who have relocated abroad. Lonely, you can literally feel loneliness, as I'm telling you. So you need to be careful, particularly the single guys. You're single, you come in here, you need to read the room. You need to know that there are laws. And when you break them, the law will come hard on you. Particularly if you're a single guy. I've seen a lot of viral videos of single, even married people get into trouble trying to date, you know, teenagers, unbeknown to them that these are teenagers, because the way the teenagers want to explore, want to date people, so they go online and in your conversation they want to appear adult. They want to date somebody who is far way mature than they are, and you find yourself in a web of somebody you cannot ascertain how old they are, and you engage yourself in those antisocial activity, and one thing led to the other. You decide to put a face to it, you go visit this person, and lo and behold, you are caught in a web of trying to date a teenager. And that is an offense, because that person is a minor and is a criminal act abroad here. And that is how you get into trouble, and you land in jail, and you get deported, and all your rights and privileges are ripped from you. Why? Because of this one mistake. And it's very, very important. In my last video, I talked about balancing your tradition and the modern values. And one of the things I talked about is how people get into trouble, particularly with the women folk. I tell you that women here have both rights and they have privileges. All it takes is for one woman to accuse you of harassment and file a formal report, and you are done. Yes, they have rights and their privileges are seriously protected. And all it takes, without even presenting an evidence to back this up, It's just file a formal complaint, and that is it. File a formal complaint against you, and you're done. So you need to be careful. You know, being lonely here, you have to engage yourself, find something engaging, read a book, go visit the library, read a book, play a game, go out, find people you are familiar with to engage, build up a community. I'm going to come to that in other topics, but being lonely is real. All right. One of the ways that you can combat that is make platonic friends, engage in activities. All right. Go out there, visit some fun places, go to the museum, go to some other beautiful places. All right. So it is a real thing, and it has to do with both married and unmarried people. Loneliness is real because they have the value system and their tradition here is quite different. People keep to themselves a lot because of the experiences that they have encountered. There are people who are very weird in their behavior over here, particularly when they get involved in substance abuse, or people who have mental challenges, who have mental behavior, who have medical issues, and they lash out. So people are careful to be by themselves. They will not warm up to you if they don't know you. So people are careful to distance themselves from people that they do not know, to avoid getting involved with challenges or issues that they know nothing about. You can easily be framed up because you are just barely friendly with somebody or a character, and you do not know who this person is. You don't know what they are engaging on, or you don't know what they are about. You don't even know. You will not even know that they are on a watch list, on a security watch list, and you get involved with them, and that's it. You are done. They rope you up with something you do not know about. So people are careful to engage with people around. So do you see, people are merely, but keep to themselves. So you have to find a coping mechanism. Else, you will not be able to live here. You have to find a coping mechanism. You have to, binge watching movies, do a lot of praying, engage reading the Bible, reading books, playing games, do a lot of playing games, watching movies. You have to develop your own routine. Yes. And that is one of the ways, these are ways you can combat loneliness. Even as married people, your husband is working, your wife is working, you are also working, your wife headed this way, you are headed this way. And occasionally when you are by yourself, you feel lonely. As a man, you are spending money, and nobody's saying, "Oh, how are you doing?" Because everybody is busy. You taking care of the kids, taking care of all of the house, daily house activities and all of that. Sometimes you guys don't have time for yourselves, and loneliness sets in. And so you have to be careful to make time for yourself, to take care of yourself, to be available for yourself. All right, to take yourself out. Take yourself out to see a movie. Take yourself out for lunch. Take yourself out to see beautiful places. Go for an exhibition. Go to a recreation site. Go to a recreation center. Go for an activity. Go for fundraising. Go for fun place. Go for fashion program. Go for a music concert. Go to church. Build a bond of community of people with like minds. There are a lot of community of like minds that you can engage yourself with. All right, because back home in Africa, we are very communal. We interact. You literally know the people who are on your streets. You know how many cars are parked on those streets. There's a community, there's a relationship, there's an interaction, because we say it takes a village to build individuals. So we are more communal rather than individualistic in our upbringing. So when you relocate here, it will have a serious impact on your mental being. So you need to be able to get it together. All right, you need to be able to have understanding of how these things run. All right, so that you are careful. You see so many people get into trouble because they engage interaction with a minor, because they will tell you they don't, but ignorance is not a defense in court, in the law. That you do not know is not a defense. They will not stand for you. You're supposed to know. You ask these questions. You want to interact with people, you ask questions. Be careful. You have to read it. I always say that's my new slogan now. You have to read the room. Here, you have to be very observant. You have to pay serious attention, particularly when there's the gender bias in this part of the world. You have to read the room. You have to be careful. You have to even know if you're talking to a man or you're talking to a woman, so you know how to address people. So you have to be careful. All right, you have to be careful with the people you roll with, so that you do not roll with the wrong crowd, because just because you're trying to beat the loneliness feeling. All right. So that's the much I can take on this topic. I don't think there's so much to it. All right. So while you go about your business, try to create your own environment, create your own world. And that's the way you can beat the loneliness situation. Create your own world, create your own environment, try to understand yourself and your likes and dislikes. Read the room, try to understand your environment and to know how to relate or interact with people. When people distance themselves from you, it's not because they hate you, it's because they don't know you. Right here in this abroad, they have been trained to profile people. All right, we don't have any of such things where we're coming from, because we're very communal. All right, here they'll profile you. They profile you. They know your face. They know what you look like. So they don't really know you like that. They distance themselves from you. They don't know what baggage you have and all of that. To probably start begin to relate with people. So when people distance themselves and all of that, it's not because they don't like you or they don't want to relate with you, because they don't know you. They don't know who you are, and if you don't know who you are, people are be careful. They are being careful to relate with you. So you have to create your own world, create your own environment, create what works for you to help you cope with loneliness and fight it. All right, and when you do that, you become better for it. All right. If there's something that I'm missing on this topic, on this particular series, kindly leave it in the comment below. Like, share, and turn on the first to know. Thank you for spending a little bit of your time on Men Cave. Until I see you same time, my name is Chris. This is a safe space. All right, we do not. It is a no judgment free zone. That's what I meant to say. It's a no judgment free zone. Feel free to express, leave a comment, and do so respectively. Until I see you next time, my name is Chris. Have a fabulous rest of the day. Bye for now.